अंक देंगे।
शुक्रिया संजय हमारे संग जुड़ने के लिए। Security forces have launched massive searches in Shopian. As per sources, one terrorist has been neutralized in the encounter. Joint teams of security forces are present at the Keller area of Shopian in South Kashmir. As per sources, 2 to 3 terrorists are believed to be trapped in the area. Ashik Mir joins us for more on this story. Ashik, what's the latest situation you can share with us from Shopian?
Well, absolutely, Uday. It's a big success for security forces so far. What we are getting from the information from sources that the 3 terrorists have been neutralized in this encounter. This encounter was launched when the security forces received input about the presence of terrorists in the Keller area, which is the highly dense forest area. And the security forces soon after reaching the suspected spot, the hiding terrorists fired upon the security forces, in which one terrorist have been neutralized so far. But the source-based input is that the 3 terrorists have been neutralized, and the operation is still underway. This operation was launched after the successful air defense system the Operation Sindoor was launched on a terror-based camp on Pakistan and POK areas where hundreds of terrorists have been neutralized, and this comes after the Pahalgam deadliest attack in which 26 civilians were killed. And
Ashik, how many terrorists are believed to be holed up in this area? How many have been neutralized so far, and how many are still left in the area?
Well, official confirmation is still awaited, and so far what we are getting from the sources that 3 terrorists have been neutralized, and still the search is underway, and this was input that the 3 terrorists were hiding in this forest area, and so far the operation is still underway.
Also, Ashik, if we talk about the topography as well, just tell us a bit about this, about this region. It's a thickly forested region reportedly, the Keller area of Shopian.
Well, absolutely. It's a forest area where the operation was underway since many days after the Pahalgam attack. In Pahalgam, it is located near the Pahalgam. It's almost 50 kilometers away from the spot where the deadliest attack took place. So far, it's not been confirmed that these terrorists are linked with the Pahalgam terror attack, but the official confirmation will be shared later by the security agencies. It's been said that the 3 terrorists were seen in these densely populated areas. It's a highly dense forested area, and the operation was launched so far. It's a big success, as we can get from the information from our sources that 3 terrorists have been neutralized so far, and the operation is still underway.
All right, stay with us, Ashik. In fact, Major Mohammad Ali Shah, defense expert, is also joining us now live. Major Shah, encounter underway. Sources tell us 3 terrorists have been neutralized in this encounter. It still continues, though more could be present in this forest.
Right, Uday, it is, I don't know what to say. I really don't know what to say. We had just taken out a policy that any act of terrorism would be an act of war. And now, 22nd April has just occurred a few days back. There's already tension at the border. There's already tension between India and Pakistan. Now a terrorist, we have encounter going on. Yes, but our security forces are doing a great job, phenomenal job. But this kind of where's the end? A surveillance drone was shot down in Punjab, I'm told. In fact, which had come for recce and reconnaissance. These Pakistanis will never ever improve with it. It's a fact. If you think we'll do a surgical strike or air strike on them, they will, for some time, yes. Sometime, yes. After that, they will not. So what is the permanent solution? Permanent solution is only that, it has to, Pakistan has to be, it has to fragment. Balochistan, Sindh, Gilgit, Punjab. It has to only fragment. There's no other cure. You kill 100 terrorists, 100 more will be born, unfortunately. It's an ideology which has to be neutralized. And these guys are just not willing to give up. Whole world knows that these terrorists are backed by Pakistan, and it is indeed distressing. I was talking to a friend of mine just now from Poonch, and he sent me videos that they were on top of the terrace when such a thing broke out, and he said Poonch also needs to be covered and spoken about. I was like, yes, we will, and it is very, very disturbing there. Very, very disturbing. In fact,
Well,
heart
obviously,
breaks.
our alacrity of our forces also, though, has not gone down at all. Major Shah, as this episode clearly shows us, the forces continue to be alert. The forces have a zero policy approach towards terror, which is why this crackdown continues in Shopian as well.
100%, 100%. There's no doubt about the fact, because our security forces are very much alert. So this crackdown continues to be at Sofia. I think we have to get them to they are already, I'll not say what is being done, bombing operation or whatever is being done. We are going to get every single terrorist, every single supporter, underground worker from there out. ढूंढ के चुन के उनको मारेंगे. If people are thinking they can hide, they are mistaken. They're mistaken. The locals are no more. Let me convey through your channel to the people who are listening with ill intentions, ill feelings. If you think you can get away with what you are doing, अगर आप सोच रहे हैं कि आप निकल जाएंगे, because the locals now have woken up. The locals are against you. They will definitely inform the security forces. You will not even know what came and hit you. It is better that you people surrender and come forward, because any terrorist activity, yes, is an act of war. But this is because you're right, Uday, when you said our forces are proactive. They are getting these guys out one by one. Every single militant. There's a line which I used to say in the army, which also I said later in the film, which says, "No militant, dead or alive, is worth my soldier's life." So the very fact is, we have to deal with them skillfully, tactfully, make sure that not a single terrorist is existing on our soil of Kashmir there.
Let me draw back in Ashik Mir for more details on this story. Ashik, when did this encounter begin? Earlier today, reportedly gunshots were heard in this forest. Was there intelligence of movement of terrorists in this area? What time did the encounter begin today?
Well, absolutely. There it was info that was received by the Jammu and Kashmir Police that in Keller area there were some suspected movement of terrorists, and soon after that the security force rushed towards that spot, and it was heard that the terrorists were hiding in the densely forested area. When the security forces want some warning shots, and then terrorists retaliated, in which the encounter took place. It was received info in the morning, and right now the gunfight is still going on, and there are input that there may be some more terrorists who are hiding this densely forested area. We have seen the Operation Sindoor, which was launched by Indian Armed Force in POK and other parts of Kashmir, and it was successful. We have heard that Prime Minister was praising security forces that how these operations were conducted in the POK areas. But still, there are many terrorists who are still in Jammu, and the operations are underway in many parts of Kashmir.
All right, we're getting more breaking developments now coming in this hour. Security forces